All right, fellas. I was proud of our guys tonight. I thought they battled, um, looked more like what we should look like. I thought we took a step tonight, getting Javante and Jonas back in the lineup. Um, something to kind of build off of, getting our identity back. You can't cheat the process. Guys, we're throwing these guys out there, they haven't even practiced and we're throwing them out there, trying to win. So can't cheat the process. We got to keep our heads up. We got a good enough team to win games. We just got to get over the hump. I told the guys to enjoy themselves, do something nice for themselves. Don't beat themselves up, because we got a lot of basketball to be played, and we have a good team. We got to get this group in practice now. And we got to iron out some things that we need to do well. But this was a game we can build on. I thought, Army, very good team, well coached, as I said. They execute well. I thought tonight was the difference. They were able to kind of beat us one-on-one, made some real tough shots down the stretch to keep the separation going. A shot here and there go our way. We get a couple of stops here. We're right there at the end. We just weren't able to get over the top. The turnovers right now are an issue. I just think, we got to get comfortable with each other. Need to practice. Just need to practice more together. We haven't had a chance to kind of get the full team in practice. We haven't had one practice in the last 2 months where we've had our full team in practice. We just need to get some practice under our belt, get used to each other, get comfortable with each other. And I think these turnovers will get ironed out. We weren't a team that turned it over a ton last year. And I think we'll get better at that. So I think that's one of the things we got to work on going forward on the offensive end. Did a better job. I thought they made some one-on-one shots, but at least we did a better job of not giving up as many drives as we did. If you look at points in the paint this game, it was 32-28, and that was a step in the right direction.
Yeah, I was going to ask about the points in the paint, because that's obviously probably the most noticeable positive change on the stat sheet, at least. Was there something that you guys changed or something that you emphasized over the last day?
We struggled. I mean, last year we had a philosophy of not over helping. We just had more guys that understood what we're doing. And without Javante and Jonas, our starting backcourt, we weren't really able to sustain any level of presence defensively, just not having enough guys that really understood what we need to do. So, having those guys back, those guys really understood what we needed to do. And then collectively, we just talked about doing a better job off the ball, not allowing so many drives, not allowing so many middle drives. They did get some. They still got some guys cutting behind us for layups, and that really killed us yesterday. Today, we did a better job.
And on Army's side, they kind of had a lights out performance from three. Was that something that you think they just got hot, or do you think that was something you could have adjusted?
They got some guys that can make them. They took 28 of them. They got some guys that can make them. So tonight, Lonnie Grayson's capable of going 3 for 7. Blackwell had a great night. He went 4 for 5, and then Caldwell made 2. And he's not a guy that shoots them great. So yeah, they had a good game. They made some shots from 3, and then they made some tough one-on-one shots. When the game got, when the game was in question and we were trying to mount a comeback, they made some big shots to keep us at bay.
Yeah. And we just talked with Walt about this a little bit, and how this adjustment period, we saw it kind of be similar last year with the non-conference slate. And obviously you don't have that this year. How much do you kind of reiterate to your players, like, there's still a learning process through all of this, even though it doesn't look like it normally does with non-conference and everything?
Yeah, I think right now, look, we got 10 games left. We need to, we all know we need to get some wins to qualify for the playoffs, but we really have to be more intent on just trying to get better, because we're talented enough to win games. And I just think we got to get on the same page and make less mistakes. Right now we're making too many mistakes to win. And so if we could just get better at making less mistakes, get more comfortable with each other, get everybody in practice and actually be able to have practices. That's a start. And so it's a process. And I think, hopefully next weekend, I feel good. We'll be better next weekend. We go up to Lafayette. They're very good. We're going to play them on their floor, and we got to be ready to go. But, I think the one thing I want to make sure that they understand is that, one, obviously it's not going to be easy, but two, we're very capable. And they got to just keep believing and keep trusting in what we're doing. And then, eventually we're going to get over the top and get some confidence. I remember last year, we played Georgia. We kept chipping away, getting close, and then we came home. We beat Dartmouth, and after we got that win against Dartmouth, we were like a completely different team. The mindset just changed, and then we were able to kind of roll. And this team just hasn't had a chance to get all the pieces on the floor together to develop that kind of feeling and that kind of connectedness that you need. Even though we all played last year, this year we haven't really had everybody on the floor. And so hopefully we get Fletcher back and we're able to kind of get this team on the floor for 4 practices and then get ready to play next week. I feel good about where we're going if we can just keep moving the needle.
Yeah, awesome.
Max, you got something?
Yeah. And I was just wondering if you had any thoughts on Javante's game today after he wasn't.
Remarkable, man. I mean, the guy, and I saw this from him, earlier, this is a guy who hasn't practiced at all. And, he came out tonight and, looked like an all-league guard that he is. So, we gotta sharpen up some of the things defensively. He made some mistakes defensively. On the offensive end, he's doing he did a great job. And so once we get Jonas going, Jonas hasn't practiced, and he really hadn't practiced, and they cleared him for tonight. They had his minutes down. But once we can get him going, and we get Javante and Walt, and we get Suk, those core 4 guys, and I think we can really build off that core. We just haven't had a chance to have those guys in together. But I'm looking forward to kind of getting into practice and these guys getting their rhythm back together.
And then yesterday we talked about just the team like lacking some consistency and lacking some identity. Do you feel like you saw more of that today? And
yeah. Look, the great things that you see is that Suk has developed into a major threat, right? So now you got a major threat inside. You got one of the best wing players in the league. You got one of the best guards in the league in Suk and Javante, and then you have one of the better two-way players in Jonas Harper in terms of defensively and a guy that can make some shots. So you got a really nice core, and then you add in guys like Fletcher, Britton Watts, Jack Hemphill, Pasco, Petcash, Damon Tate. Like, you have enough now to build on. We just haven't had everybody together. But I feel really good about our team. We need to work. We can't cheat the process. Like, you don't go and not practice and then go play games and win. Like, that's why you practice. And we just haven't had a chance to get everybody together. And we just got to keep chipping away, and not focus on the fact that we're 1-5. We focus on the fact that we got a little better today. Let's get a little bit better tomorrow, and we're going to be fine. We're going to be fine. I love our guys, man. I love them. I wouldn't want to go through this with anybody else, It's okay. We just got to keep working.
I think that's all I got.